where it's been shown that the biggest determinator of our career success is not our drive, is not our ability to get back up from setbacks, and not our ambition. Actually, what is the biggest determinator of our success in the UK currently is the family that you're born into. And I, for one, believe that's not fair. So hence, as an organization, we partner with 65 amazing organizations in the UK and Ireland to level the playing field into the professions by delivering one, diversity and inclusion consultancy, creating systemic change. Two, delivering learning and development for our dream hunters, our young people who have ambition and drive. We provide them access and learning through workshops, career days to make them as employable as possible. Three, we deliver mentoring, matching young people to mentors. And four, we also deliver early careers recruitment, actually connecting talent to opportunities. So this is another one of our kind of Friday live sessions where I catch up with you guys, our community, and share some of my reflections. Now I'm going to give a few seconds for people to join, and whilst I do that, I will kind of talk to you guys about what we've got coming up at Generation Success. So for those who don't know, we have a monthly CV drop-in session. It takes place on the last Wednesday of each month and is by our resident head of recruitment, Mag, who is a head of recruitment at Pyro, a fast growth technology company. With that, we also have people who are in industry, who are volunteers, that will also take part in breakout sessions with people that join. It's an amazing opportunity to learn the skills and that you need to become employed, but it's also an amazing opportunity to practice with people in industry. So that is happening this Wednesday at 1 p.m. And if you haven't got your ticket yet, please do get your ticket now, because it takes part in small groups, which is amazing because it means that you have lots of contact time with experts in the know. The second thing I want to tell you guys about is our investment banking graduate program, which is for 15 amazing people in the front desk. These are roles in Ireland and the UK. And it's in global strategy, it's in FX trading, it's in metals, repo. These are positions where you don't really see a lot of diversity. And it's an amazing opportunity for us to increase that diversity with you if you apply. Because we are the organization that's doing the filtering, attraction, the assessment center for the program. So for years I hear that people say, I don't get a chance, I don't get the opportunity. They won't look at me because of my profile. Well, we are going to look at you. But in order for us to look at you, we need to see you. And in order for us to see you, you need to apply. So this is my call to action. If you're watching this, if you graduated in 2020 or you're graduating in this year in 2021, apply. Visit www.generation-success.com and apply. And if you're not quite sure about your profile, your CV, attend the CV drop-in session and let our expert help you refine that. So I'm going to give a 10 seconds, let a few more people join before I share this week's CEO reflections. So my reflection on this week is of something that's really angered me. It's angered me lots because it's frustrating that since we had George Floyd and Black Lives Matter, there's been a lot of progress, but there's still a lot of tension, a lot of animosity. There's still a lot of misunderstanding of what the fight is all about. And it's coming even more to light during this Euro 2020 or 2021 program, where the England players are taking a knee. They're taking a knee in support of racial equality. But yet the England fans are booing the England team for doing that. Now, there are reasons why they're doing that. There are so many reasons why they're doing that. One, because taking the knee is associated to the Black Lives Matter organization rather than the movement. And two, because people just don't understand why they're taking a knee. I don't want to really go into that part, but in my reflections, and also we've had Priti Patel adding more fuel to the fire by just kind of stoking what's going on. So my CEO reflections this week is this: what's happening right now around racial inequalities, around taking a knee, is like walking down the street and seeing a large house fire. And in the scene, picture this, in the scene, you have 4 different types of people. You have the person that runs into the fire. It's red, blazing hot fire. Things are falling down. People are jumping out. You have one person that runs into the fire. You have a second person, a fire person who's trying to put out the fire. You have people who are filming. And you have the fourth person is a person who has lit the fire and is fanning the flames. Now, all 4 people are seeing exactly the same thing. But the experience of that thing is different for each person. The emotional connection they have to that thing is different for each person. You see, the person that runs into the fire has something he or she is trying to save. The person putting out the fire is trying to be part of that and try to put out that fire. The people who are filming that fire are the majority of our society. So I'll go back to the person who's run into the fire, has something he's trying to save, he or she's trying to save, are connected to that incident, and they feel what's going on. And they feel what's going on so much that they're willing to put their life at risk to stop it. Now, no other person in that scene is going to feel how they're feeling. And this is how it happens when we talk about lived experiences. And different groups try to tell minority groups or people who are females or people who have disabilities that they have that they shouldn't feel that way because them themselves who don't have that same connection to the internet, who don't know the whole picture, are saying it's not a big deal. They will never know how that person who's running into the building really feels. And the people trying to fight the fire reminds me of people like Generation Success and our equality champions who are part of our Equality Champions Network. Because, we are trying our best to kind of put out that fire. But we can't do it alone. We can't do it without the majority of people who are currently just filming the incident. Now, those people who are filming the incident are not bad people. They are people who just don't have like a connection to what's happening. They see what's happening. They might have an experience of what's happening, but that experience of what's happening is not enough for them to pick up a bucket of water and try to put it out. But if they did just that, they could save so many people. And this is the fight what we're trying to do now, where we're trying to say to the majority of our UK society that it only takes 3% of society to change society for the better. That it took the suffragettes movement, women and men come together to fight for women to get equal the right to vote. It took the equal pay movement of women and men coming together to fight for equal pay for women and everyone from different ethnicities to get the equal pay legislation passed. That we have so much more to go with our society, but we cannot move the dial without you. And one of the things that you can do if you're watching this video is find ways to engage with organizations like Generation Success. You can become an equality champion, and that's really easy. Just come to our website, sign up to become an equality champion, share why you want to become an equality champion, and tell the world that you stand for equality. You can become a mentor, you can donate, you can start your own thing. But the key thing is that the difference between filming and taking a step forward is just that. It just takes you to take a step forward. It's a small action that's not going to cause you too much pain. And the final person, the fourth person who had either lit the fire, who had created the environment, or is fanning the flames. Those, for me personally, are like people like Priti Patel and some parts of the government who are critical of the move for racial equality. There are organizations like the far right movement. There are organizations or people who are really content with putting different groups against each other. And as a social mobility organization, we've seen how for generations and centuries, different groups, different social groups have been put against each other so they can't unite in order to change the system. We need to change that. We need to change that narrative. We need to change that narrative between, working class and poor and middle class and all that type of stuff. We need to change that narrative. And we need to remember that the fight for equality is the fight for equality for all. So that we can have a society that's not for the few, but for the many. That we can have a society that ensures that you can come from the poorest of households and have the same opportunities as a young person that comes from the richest of households. Because the fact is we don't have that right now. So that is my reflections of what's going on. It'll be great to hear from you guys, your thoughts. So please do feel free to type in the chat. If you agree with what I'm saying, like it. If you want to share the message, please do share it. It's just a quick CEO reflection this week. For those who have just tuned in now, I also want to just share once again the opportunities that we have. So we have we do a CV dropping session the last Wednesday of each month, and this is to help people become as employable as possible. Is with heads of recruitment from different companies, as well as professionals who will help you practice, whether that's review your CV or help you practice in terms of practicing interviews. The next opportunity we have is that we're running a graduate investment banking program, and the deadline is going to be on the 11th. Well, the deadline currently is the 4th of July, but between me and you, we're going to extend it to 11th of July. We've got over 1,500 people who've applied, but we want to ensure that we reach as many people from minority, who are females, who are from non-traditional backgrounds as possible, because this is an amazing opportunity to change the demographic of investment banking. Now, you will be up against the usual people that apply for these type of roles. But what I want to say is that because we use a social mobility friendly framework, you will have an equal chance of getting to the next step. So do not let your fears that you don't have the profile stop you. If you've gone to university, because this is a grad scheme, if you've gone to university, if you've studied hard, if you've struggled, working late at night to submit that CV, if you've cried emotionally because you've been stressed, why aren't you going to take that next step to apply and get your reward for it. This is your opportunity to get your reward. So do not let any of your fears stop you from applying. If you've got the grades and if you're ambitious and you're passionate and you're driven, then do not let your fears get in your way. Apply today because the opportunity may be lost forever. So that is the big thing I'm pushing for you guys to do. Come to our CV drop session to help get your stuff refined. Apply so that we can actually consider you, because we cannot consider you if we can't see you, and we can only see you if you apply. And if you've studied the relevant courses, then take the opportunity. One of my favorite sayings is, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. And that's in terms of kind of many people either search for their purpose or have an idea, but don't take the steps to make that idea or that purpose reality. When that purpose has hit them or when that opportunity for that idea has come to them. Don't be one of those people. And with that, I think I'm going to close for today because it's been a long week and I need to relax. However, don't forget, every Friday around this time, we have either myself or someone from our community either talking about reflections or sharing things such as how to get the job, how to succeed in industry, personal and professional development, mindfulness. We are sharing all these types of things on our live sessions. So do tune in, do follow us, do like our page, and do share if you like what we speak about today. With that, I'll ask my colleague Mudupe to end the live, and I wish you guys an amazing, amazing weekend. And I can't wait to celebrate the year with you with a glass of champagne, saying yes, we've done it. We've reacted in a way that has made ourselves proud, and we've taken steps closer to achieving our goals. Take care. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.